Yeah, I put it in my story and sent all my friends. He's a new champion. And the picture of it said on the bottom on the TV screen, new WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. So everyone knows what I'm talking about. So what's in the picture? Yeah, what you said. I guess. Know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I think might happen to Sasha Banks' title reign. I'm gonna be Sasha. I'm gonna defend the SmackDown title against Carmella in a TLC match. Because I'm predicting they're gonna have their title match at TLC. In a TLC match, I'm gonna do it in the game. That's my prediction. What's gonna happen? I think it's gonna be Sasha versus Carmella at TLC in a TLC match for the title. I think that's what's gonna be. That's gonna happen. End up happening in real life. I'm gonna do it in the game. I'm gonna be Sasha. I'm gonna defend. If that does happen, it could be a pretty cool match. I'll be pretty excited for that. Just think about it. She's just fighting Asuka at Survivor Series, so if she's not defending against Carmella on SmackDown, it's gonna be next pay-per-view, which is at TLC. Maybe it won't be a TLC match. Maybe it'll just be at TLC, but I'll do a TLC match anyway, just because it's a little bit more fun. No, I want to see the finale right now, so I'm gonna watch it tonight when I get off. And then I'll be on the episode you're on. Yes, you better. I'll kill you. Fam, I'll kill you. Yeah. When I finish the show, I'm watching Stranger Things. I'm just scared to watch that at night. I'm gonna not sleep every night from now on once I watch that. All because of you, because you want me to watch it so bad. Yeah, because of you, I'm not gonna be able to sleep anymore. Yeah, but not. I don't want to stay up scared to death. I want to stay up scared to death all night. Yeah, I want to stay up all night, but not scared to death. There you go, Sasha. We can do this. I'm Sasha. We're gonna have another title defense. My Sasha Banks in 2018 is having our next title defense against Carmella. Remember, I successfully retained against what's her face the other night. So yeah, I have my next defense against Carmella now.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
We got two champions. Oh, that's champion. Just versus come on. Yes, I do. I know you.
Introducing the challenger from Staten Island, New York, the Princess of Staten Island, Carmella.
I'm liking this thing again. I'm liking this thing again for a second.
It's time for the Princess of Staten Island. Looking quite fabulous, too.
It's started happening ever since your sister turned PS4 off earlier. She just went into your mic, probably. She probably messed up your mic. Ever since she did that earlier, it's been happening. She probably did something. She messed it up. it was probably her. Because it's been having her confused back here.
It's boss time!
But guess what?
And here comes Sasha.
And introducing the champion from Boston, Massachusetts, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
It's funny how in real life her blue hair matches everything. Like the title, the show she's on. If it's on the blue brand, she got the blue woman's title. She has blue hair. It's perfect. She matches everything on, that she's on
Sasha
right
Banks
now,
has made a great deal of history here in WWE. Competed in the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, multiple-time Raw Women's Champion.
I guess she's Raw when she knows she got the blue hair, but now she's like just on.
You should get one of those rings that say Craze on it, like Sasha has. I'll pass.
No, this Raw's really cool. Besides the NXT Women's title, Sasha's won all 3 main roster titles this year. Remember when she was double champion, it was Raw Women's and Women's Tag Team. Now she's got the SmackDown Women's title. All 3. So she's won all 3 in 2020.
And there's the bell.
All 3. She's had all 3 main roster titles in 1 year. That's pretty cool. That's a good accomplishment. You know? That's pretty cool, right? That's a lot in 1 year. Winning all 3 of the titles in 1 year. It's crazy. I can't believe she actually did it.
And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
It always amazes me the amount of punishment these competitors are willing to go through in order to win a TLC match.
Man, you just can't knock the swagger out of the boss's game. Why do words instantly lose their cool when they come out of your mouth, Byron? I thought I delivered it well. Oh, nasty impact. Inverted DDT!
You going, Punk?
As good as Carmella is, Corey, the unfortunate truth is she's not above bending the rules a bit to gain an advantage.
I don't know what's so unfortunate about that, Cole. The goal is to win, and there are few better at finding different ways to win than Carmella. It's not her fault the officials don't know how to do their jobs.
She wants to do this in the ring. Well, Corey clearly has no issue with Carmella's nefarious in-ring style, but Byron, her opponents most certainly do.
They do, Michael, but they also know what they're getting into ahead of time. So they know that they have to be on the lookout all match long for any shortcuts Carmella might take. A TLC match is so dangerous that you never want to make a mistake. But being too tentative can also cost you. We saw that at TLC 2016 when AJ Styles defended his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Dean Ambrose. Ambrose said that his temper was his game plan, but if anyone would be at home in a TLC match, it's the Lunatic Fringe.
2016 TLC match was the 19th in history, and it would not be for the faint of heart. There was no way to predict which superstar was going to incapacitate his opponent first to climb up the ladder. AJ Styles showed he was more than comfortable battling in TLC's environment of twisted, unforgiving steel and solid wood.
Both men had bad intentions, as displayed by AJ Styles when he executed a springboard 450 splash out to the floor that put Ambrose through a table. It wasn't enough to put Ambrose away, but James Ellsworth pushed Ambrose off the ladder, out of the ring, and through a table. That's how AJ Styles retained his championship. Carmella is more dangerous than ever. The Princess of Staten Island is filled with a hostility we've never seen before, so if a superstar is going to go up against her, they have to strike early.
Corey, before you mention that Carmella is more aggressive than ever, if an opponent wants to have any sort of chance against the Princess, they'll need to land significant offense right from the opening bell.
I'm all for sportsmanship, but in WWE, you have to know when to fight fire with fire. To all the women in WWE, to even be able to think about victory against Carmella, you have to strike first, strike hard, and strike often.
An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging, Cole.
Whoa, the ladder hits.
Jeez, that's gotta hurt.
Now, let's just hope Banks has enough stamina to pull through.
And here comes Sasha Banks.
What time is it, Byron?
It's boss time! Come on, get up that ladder. Let's go. You can do it.
I want to play team now. Sasha did it. Sasha Banks did it. Yeah.
And here's another peek of the moves he saw in that match.
Here is your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Took it to another level to gain that win.
And Sasha Banks walks away with the win.
Of course, we were expecting.
Champion. Let's see if that's a match. You know what? I'm having another title defense with Sasha. Who am I going to defend against faster next? Let's find out. You know what? I think I have an idea. Hang on. Let's look at my characters for the women. Just for fun, I'm gonna defend against Stephanie McMahon. I'm doing a submission match, like a tap her out. So I'm gonna defend my SmackDown title against Stephanie McMahon in a submission match. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm the game and I make the rules, so move on out of here and die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay, 'cause I am the game and I want to play. Look over there. Oh.
The following contest is a submission match and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
So bad.
There's no questioning what Stephanie McMahon has done for our industry, but, well, some would say her personality can be abrasive at times.
You tell her that, Byron. Go tell Stephanie that she's abrasive.
She seems busy right now. Some would say that perhaps her attitude leaves a little bit to be desired.
Well, then
She's the boss.
some better find their way to the unemployment line.
Well, I'm not me, I'm just saying.
It's boss time. Here comes Sasha. Stephanie McMahon brought Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks to WWE, and those three women changed the course of history as we know it today.
Yeah, Sasha Banks has been a trailblazer. She has been at the forefront of that change. In fact, Sasha's career-long motto, be so good, they can't ignore you.
Corey, I don't understand what your issues are with Sasha Banks. She's one of the all-time greats.
You ever talk to her? She's intolerable.
Or he's just jealous. He wishes he had half the bling that Sasha has.
Introducing the challenger from Greenwich, Connecticut, Stephanie McMahon. Introducing the champion from Boston, Massachusetts, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Hope you're ready. Ooh, what impact. Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
And guys, I've been looking forward to this submission match ever since it was announced.
We got Sasha Banks in action right here. She is looking legit as always.
I don't know what's harder to look at, Sasha Banks' sunglasses or that bargain basement suit you're wearing, Byron.
What? I just bought this. Oh, debilitating elbow drop.
One of the greatest matches I ever had the honor of calling was at TakeOver Brooklyn between Sasha Banks and Bayley. A rare occasion where one match changed our industry.
She wants to do this in the ring. Guys, you both had the privilege of calling Sasha Banks against Bayley at the first TakeOver Brooklyn. What were the emotions like in the Barclays Center that night?
Oh, Michael, it was transcending. And two women putting on a match of the year was a moment that brought tears of joy to much of the WWE Universe. Heck, I literally saw grown men crying.
Looking in the mirror?
I had something in my eye, Saxton.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Sure you did. Running clothesline.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Boom, what impact! Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of the submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using the submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying the submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up.
Nailed it.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
Oh, my God! Sasha Banks! Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as a submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble. Submission time! She better do something fast. Not sure why, but she released. Submission time!
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Oh, the backstabber. Sasha with a bank statement. The bank statement.
But is it enough to put Stephanie away?
Well, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure 8 versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved.
She got the rope break. I just wasted a bank statement. I just wasted a finisher. I wasted a finisher I had. I basically wasted the bank statement because she got the rope break.
By making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until the end, maybe near. I don't think this is going to do it.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole. I remember seeing Sasha Banks perfect the bank statement in NXT, and when the boss has her opponent cinched in right in the middle of the ring, there's nothing to do but tap out.
Oh, wow!
Frankensteiner!
Nice!
Submission time!
He's not going to get a tap here.
Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think.
When Sasha Banks locks in the bank statement, it's boss time, and it doesn't take very long for opponents to give up from the grueling submission maneuver.
An impressive aspect of the bank statement from Sasha Banks is all the different ways the boss can lock it in. Once that happens, you can consider the matchup over.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. And now Sasha Banks heads up.
Sasha Banks is not a stranger to being women's champion, but she is unfamiliar with successfully defending her title. The champ looks to be in phenomenal shape. It's going to be tough to defeat someone who might just be in the best shape of their career.
Byron, you say Sasha can reach the top of the women's division, as she's done multiple times, but making it to the top and staying there are two very different things.
And Sasha Banks has learned that fact the hard way. Those spotlights she's always fighting so hard to be in become too bright and blind the boss from getting the job done in the ring.
And she drops her.
That was about as in your face as it gets.
The champ's on the defensive now, but she has the fight of a champion in her, which will certainly help her down the stretch.
This was bound to happen eventually, guys. Her opponent is just too talented to let her walk all over her for this entire match.
Here she goes, back in the ring now. Clothesline! The champ to the top turnbuckle. Incoming. I think Sasha Banks is done playing. And Sasha with the backstabber, flipping her over. Here it comes. Sasha with a backstatement. The backstatement.
Champ needs to hurry here.
I finally found out why Sasha Banks wears those ridiculous glasses. When you spend that much time searching for a spotlight, it's hazardous to your eyesight.
And no luck against Stephanie McMahon there.
What a strike. Right on the mark.
Oh, watch out.
Wow!
Nice arm drag.
You can feel however you like about Sasha's glasses, Corey, but when she hands them off to an excited kid in the audience, it means the world to that fan.
Yeah, Sasha Banks has no problem paying homage to the Hitman. And hey, maybe it'll inspire the recipient to become a WWE superstar one day.
What's your excuse for always sitting in the front row begging and waving?
And it's homage, not homage.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder. She is on fire.
Beautiful technique.
Drops her with authority.
Wow, that was intense.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal, and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match. Some submission matches are based on winning via a submission move, and others involve a competitor having to use the specific submission they've chosen.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy. Stephanie McMahon is playing to the crowd, but I think she'd better keep her focus here.
Sasha Banks avoids major damage there.
She got lucky.
Harsh impact.
Oh, this is dangerous right here. Look at this. Looks like the champ is starting to crack. This is where we find out what the champ is made of.
But she's definitely brought her A game here tonight. I fully expect her to bounce back from this.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity. What a stomp. Good grief. Oh, what a right.
Man, that's some attitude behind it.
Slam with authority.
Oh, look at this.
Stephanie McMahon has her in her sights. She counters before it's too late.
Uh-oh, gentlemen, it is turning into boss time.
You stole my line again. This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
Keep your eye on this one.
What a match this has been, guys, and it's starting to look like these superstars are beginning to feel the effects. I think Sasha Banks is done playing. She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that. We're looking at complete domination here.
I think Sasha Banks is done playing. Oh, the backstabber. Sasha with a bank statement. The bank statement.
This one's over, guys.
This one might just do the trick.
Her gutsy performance will be remembered forever. We're going to be hard-pressed to see a better match than that. Here's another look.
I just love it when the women put on a show like that one. You can see right here the moments that made this match a great one. I just love it when the women put on a show like that one. You can see right here the moments that made this match a great one.
One more match because I'm going to do 3.
Here is your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Wow, that tap came quick and often.
It's wins like that that makes this girl such a force to be reckoned with here in the WWE.
What a matchup that was. Truly incredible.
We got a camera backstage. It looks like we have a brawl on our hands. Oh, this is not good at all. The
Popped up.
Meteora. What a stomp. Good grief.
And the action continues to spill backstage.
Never know where the action is going to take us.
Jumping face buster. Oh, shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
Shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
Shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Action is on the move now. Never a dull moment around here. Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat. Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
This might be it.
Oh, my. Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat. Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
Alexa Bliss gets out of the way quickly.
And oh my God, what a forearm.
Right to the jaw.
Look at her go.
Big time slam. Vicious. What a stomp. Good grief. She's in control. She's got her. This is going to be bad for Sasha Banks.
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat. Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
The action is officially on the move.
Look at Alexa Bliss. She's feeling it.
Vertical suplex.
Nice. Yeah, she's getting after it, showing great energy. And two from the goddess with insult to injury. That's how you put an exclamation.
She's turning the tables.
They ain't turned yet. Still got some work to do.
I think Sasha Banks is done playing. She might have it. Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form.
That should do it.
What? What? Oh. I know the story.
The following
I just never talked
contest
about that.
is a no-holds-barred match.
Yes, I know.
And is for
It's
the
on the
SmackDown Women's Championship.
It's Little Miss Bliss.
I know about that, bro. I know.
5 feet of fury.
She will break your heart, break your jaw, and you'll still find yourself stalking her social media pages.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You see Bray Wyatt stuff on YouTube at all? No? You see Bray Wyatt on YouTube at all?
There is no question in my mind that the goddess
regular Bray
came ready
Wyatt had a
to
match on Raw
perform.
against The Miz. Not the Fiend. Bray Wyatt.
It's
The
boss
Miz was
time.
making fun of him. Bray Wyatt won a match with him.
And
Basically,
here comes
it was pretty
Sasha.
cool. Alexa Bliss beat up Nikki Cross finally. Nikki was like, Lexi, snap out of it. Bray brainwashing her, and she beat up Nikki Cross. She finally beat her up, which we were kind of all waiting for her to beat up Nikki Cross. And then, it was funny. During the match
Myron,
with
it's
Miz and
always a treat to
Bray
see
won, by the
Sasha
way.
Banks.
Sasha Banks
During
has
the
her
match,
own
she kept kicking
swag,
out,
she's got
won
her
all
own
Miz's
confidence, and she knows how to back
And
it up.
Bray and Miz in a match, right? And
Sasha
at
wants
one
to be
point in the
front of
match,
it. If
Morrison
there's a
like tried to like
she
attack
wants to
Bray
be
when the
in the
ref was
middle
looking,
of it.
right?
Sasha Banks once stood
So
in
Morrison
line
did
for
that.
the opening of
Alexa
the
Bliss just
refrigerator.
literally suicide dodged into Morrison, just like they went
Should get
over
one
the
of those,
barricade.
rings that say Craze on it like Sasha has.
So Alexa
How
Bliss
fast.
attacked Morrison basically. It's pretty funny. They just went over the side together. It was funny. She jumped him and they went over the side. And then she just popped back up with a smile on her face and he didn't come back up.
Introducing the challenger from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss. Introducing the champion from Boston, Massachusetts, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Stay tuned.
What? Yeah, it's kind of funny because Miz did fight regular Bray Wyatt last time. He didn't fight the Fiend at all. It's funny he never fought the Fiend. He actually fought regular Bray Wyatt last time too. Miz actually mentioned it too. He was like, Bray, I think we should work together to fight Randy and Drew because you know. I know we don't see each other eye to eye. I mean, last time we fought, you tried to take my baby away in my house. He mentioned it. Remember when he the baby was gone in their house and like it was like a fake Bray Wyatt doll, and he kidnapped the baby and stuff.
The champ to the top turnbuckle. When you pair up Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, it becomes a clash of egos. Two women who believe all the attention should be on them.
Yeah, the difference is Alexa Bliss doesn't need to beg for attention like Sasha does. Eyes just naturally gravitate to a goddess, whereas a boss is someone you try to avoid on a daily basis.
Do you get paid to say this stuff?
And guys, I'm pretty sure I can watch these women compete each and every week.
We know how much attention you pay to Alexa Bliss, Corey, but Sasha Banks knows her even better. Banks was crowned the women's champion for a 4th time when she overtook Alexa at SummerSlam.
Now, the boss did come out victorious that night, but it was a short reign as Little Miss Bliss was able to recapture the title only 8 days later.
slam. She goes for the cover.
And Sasha Banks pops the shoulder up.
Gonna take more than that. Popped up. Meteora. The champion into the cover.
Ah, quick kick out from Alexa Bliss.
Might have slipped there, Cole.
Look at this. Man, what a slam.
And there's the kick out by Alexa Bliss.
She's still in this one. The WWE Mixed Match Challenge made for some strange teams, but perhaps the weirdest duo in the entire tournament was Alexa Bliss and the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Yeah, the WWE Universe gave Bliss and Braun the name Team Little Big, and the numbers don't lie. Braun is almost 2 feet taller than Bliss and almost 300 pounds heavier.
Byron, I'm surprised you watched Mixed Match Challenge after you got fired.
Reassigned.
Saxton, even more impressive than Bliss and Braun's size difference is their teamwork. They beat the 2 toughest gingers in WWE when they defeated Becky Lynch and Sami Zayn in tag team competition.
Their win wasn't a huge shock.
Yes, it was.
What was a shock, Corey, was Bliss and Braun admitting that they found each other cute. Well, that's a strange couple to sit
That's
behind.
what I was learning the match was another video.
Well, it's not really my thing, but the crowd is loving Sasha's act.
Sasha Banks is in control.
I don't think this is going to do it.
Look at this. She releases the hold.
That's a little surprising, no? I love it when Sasha starts playing with people. What a tease.
Going all the way up. Look at this. The champion into the cover. Oh, man, they don't even seem hurt after that.
Not yet.
Alexa Bliss gets out of the way quickly.
Drop kick. It's the mark.
Knife edge chops echoing through the arena. What a stomp.
Good grief.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
What?
Sasha Banks being overwhelmed here.
This picture? What the hell are you talking about? It shows his debut date on the clock. That's it. November 22nd.
She goes for the cover. This battle's not over yet.
She's still in this one.
It's the same day Survivor Series is Sunday. So I don't know how this worked out. The date of the pay-per-view is the day of his debut. Somehow they did it. They somehow landed on a Sunday 30 years later.
Ah, quick kick out from Alexa Bliss.
Alexa's not the biggest, but she's definitely one of the toughest.
This is not going to end well for Sasha Banks.
Popped up. Meteora. Got the shoulders down. And the shoulders up.
She's still in this one. Set up. I was there for pretty much all of Alexa Bliss's NXT career, and while she was successful there, I think she felt overlooked, and that's what's fueled her on the main roster. Oh!
This might be it.
Oh, my. Beautiful technique. The boss is giving some serious orders right now.
Corey, while you've had the pleasure of calling Bliss's NXT career, I noticed a chip on her shoulder as part of the WWE roster. I've also noticed plenty of championships on the shoulder ever since.
Alexa Bliss spent years in NXT, stuck in the shadow of the Four Horsewomen. And now that she's earned success, Bliss won't ever give back that spotlight.
Shoulders down, championship on the line, and the champ kicks out.
Sasha always makes her famous family proud.
Alexa Bliss may be one of the WWE's smallest competitors, and she's trying to flip the script here.
Easier said than done, Michael.
Nailed it. Looking for the quick cover is Sasha Banks. Good strategy. She kicks out of that one.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole.
Oh, man, she's rolling now. The boss is giving some serious orders right now. Michael, earlier you brought up Bliss's bodybuilding background. Well, that means Little Miss Bliss can pack a pretty big punch if you underestimate Alexa's size.
Yeah, most competitors Alexa's size would stick to high-flying moves, but we've seen Bliss finish off many title pretenders with a devastating DDT. You can't hit a move like that without plenty of power.
Sasha Banks is scaling the ropes.
Sasha Banks dodged out of the way there.
Oh, what incredible power!
Wow, what a vertical suplex.
Oh, nasty impact.
Oh, what impact.
Harsh impact. Ooh, what impact. I love it when Sasha starts playing with people. What a tease.
She's calling for it. And Sasha with a backstabber, flipping her over. Here it comes. Sasha with a bank statement. The bank statement.
That should do it. Nobody survives that, Michael.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
The champ to the top turnbuckle. Incoming. And it's Alexa Bliss with the reversal. Running clothesline. This is going to be big, one way or another. Look at this. I think Sasha Banks is done playing. And Sasha with a backstabber, flipping her over. Here it comes. Sasha with a bank statement. The bank statement.
I bet you feel foolish writing her off now.
Yes, Sasha's gonna get the rest of this.
Yes! Unreal performance.
That was a good match. That was a good performance match tonight.
Now let's take another look at these wonderful women in action.
I just love it when the women put on a show like that one. You can see right here the moments that made this match a great one. I'm not easily impressed, but even I thought that match was one of the best I've seen in a while. She was amazing all match long. Flawless technique, relentless attacks, and she brought it all night long.
Here's your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
I don't know too many people that wouldn't have tapped out to that.
And Sasha Banks walks away with the win.
Another amazing match in the long and storied history of Survivor Series.